What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. And today we're going to talk about the best woman to date, the best woman to get in a relationship with, the best woman to potentially marry, and that's the elite woman. Some women, people call them high value women. Some people call them intentional women. Over here, we call them the elite women. Just like we say the most desirable male and the male you should be striving to be is the elite male. Now, how do you identify if you have an elite woman, if you know a woman you're talking to who might be an elite woman, or just elite women in general? Well, I break it down into 4 categories that make this very easy, okay? Number 1, check out the hobbies. Elite women spend their free time doing things that benefit them, benefit their household, or benefits their community or society. What do I mean by that? The elite woman spends her free time writing down recipes or reading cookbooks to learn how to cook, tidying up her space, whether it's just her personal space, her family space, or the space she shares with her man, okay? She spends her free time reading, okay? She spends her free time writing, whether it be writing her own thoughts in a journal or writing poetry or stuff like that, okay? She spends her free time doing yoga. She spends her free time knitting. She spends her free time sewing. She spends her free time crocheting. If she's young enough to still be active in these groups, and sometimes when you're older, you can still be active in these groups too, but you'll see her dancing, okay? You'll see her cheerleading. You'll see her in a sorority. You'll see her in societal groups like the National Council of Negro Women or stuff like that. But she's always doing something, this is the key, in her free time that benefits herself, her household, or her society. Now, a non-elite woman or a low-value woman, okay, she doesn't spend her free time doing that. They spend their free time watching raggedy gossip, okay, auntie channels, or they spend their time watching negativity pumped into their brain 24/7 with reality TV, or they spend their time kicking their feet up, smelling like corn nuts, watching Netflix all day, binge watching TV shows, and not doing anything that can be productive for themselves, their household, or their communities. They spend their free time selfishly, or in the worst case scenario, they're running around chasing boys for entertainment. And they refuse to spend their free time with productive hobbies. They spend it on nonsense, gossip, drama, and chasing guys, okay? Number 2 trait of the elite woman, okay? The elite woman has discipline. What shows her discipline? The elite woman is usually almost always college educated. She has a trade or she has a business, okay? She does something that requires discipline, all right? To get through college, it requires discipline, because a lot of girls, they're going to be out shaking their ass when they're supposed to be studying or chasing the boys around, but she didn't do that. She kept her head in the books. Doesn't mean she didn't have her fun, because the elite woman does not have to be a virgin, but she kept her head in the books. She showed the ability to prioritize, okay? If she didn't go to college, like I said, trade school, whether it be being a beautician or, whatever she decided to learn in trade school, being a CMA or a CNA, whatever the case may be, again, discipline, putting your money into the right things, finishing, seeing things through, starting a business that actually works, not just some pop-up, or I'm a nail tech this day, then I'm selling lashes the next day, now I'm not doing anything. No, sustainable business that she kept putting her time, effort, and energy to. That shows discipline. That shows the ability to not get sidetracked by the BS in life, not get sidetracked with shaking your ass, not get sidetracked with social media, not get sidetracked with the nonsense. She showed the ability to focus, start a task, and complete the task, okay? Third thing that should help you identify the elite woman. The elite woman is extremely intentional, okay? Now, what I mean by extremely intentional is everything she does is thought out. A lot of women have this airheadedness. They can easily be taught into things, or rather it be that by their friends, or rather it be by other men. They can be taught into getting into bad places, or hanging out with the wrong people, or getting into bad situations. You cannot talk an elite woman into anything, because every move she makes is intentional, okay? So, for example, the elite woman is someone that not many men would have been able to touch. Why? The elite woman's only going to deal with a man who at least potentially down the line could be her husband. Now, again, you don't have to be a virgin to be an elite woman, but she's by default not going to have a high body count, because she knows half these dudes don't deserve to touch me. If I couldn't see myself having his kid, if I couldn't see myself being in a relationship with him, if I couldn't see myself potentially being married to him, then what's the point? All he's doing is knocking me off track of all these other things that I could be doing. The elite woman is intentional. She's not desperate, okay? Because the elite woman loves herself, she's willing to take the time, however long that may take, for the right type of man to step into her life, okay? She's very intentional in the moves she makes. She doesn't go out and just buys a house desperately because she's like, well, I can move a man into my house. No, she's willing to wait to get the man so that they can get the house together. Things like that show intention. Things like that show purpose. She's like dates with a purpose. She moves with a purpose. She sets her life up for a purpose. If she knows she wants to be married, she moves like a woman who knows she wants to be married. And she doesn't make permanent decisions without a man because she knows she wants to be married. She's thinking that into existence. So it's no reason for her to plan for it to not happen because she's intentional. She has a plan and she knows that it's going to happen, okay? And then the last trait of an intentional woman, or an elite woman as I like to say, the last trait of the elite woman is she is always looking her best, okay? Looking her best as in her hair is always done. Looking her best as in her nails are always done, okay? Looking the best as in she always got her face put together, okay? That doesn't mean a bunch of makeup. It just means being presentable, okay? She don't go out the house in pajamas, okay? She don't go out the house in holy shirts and stuff like that, no. She knows that as a woman, right or wrong or indifferent, a big part of how she's going to be viewed is her looks. She knows that that's going to be a big representation of how people view her. That's going to be a big representation of how people view her man if she has one, how people view her father or her mother if she's still living at the house. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's a big representation of something that's going to dictate her future. So she always puts her best foot forward. And she also knows, even deeper than all of that, looking good is going to make her feel good about herself. She knows femininity is beauty and she takes that to heart, okay? Besides making sure she looks her best all the time, she's going to be in the gym. You don't have to convince her to be in the gym. Not because she has a problem with fat people, okay, or anything like that, but she wants to be her best self. And she knows to be her best self, she has to be healthy. She wants to look her best, be her sexiest, so she can take advantage of any opportunity, okay? If she needs to defend herself, rather it be fight or flight, she can do that, and she can look the best for herself, so she can feel good, and she can look the best for her man if he's already there, or when he potentially comes. And she can also look the best for her family that she represents. So when people see her, they say, dang, we can tell your daughter takes really good care of herself. She must have been raised right, okay? So those are the 4 things you guys want to look for when you're trying to scout the elite woman. You want to pay attention to what her hobbies are, okay? You want to pay attention to her dedication. What's she doing to show that she's dedicated? You want to pay attention to her intention. Does she know where she's going? Is she working toward that? Or is she all over the place and scatterbrained, as I like to call it? You want to pay attention to how she takes care of her looks. Is she always on her P's and Q's? Hair done, nails done, everything did, okay? In shape, in the gym, looking good, smelling good, all the time. If you see those 4 things on a consistent basis throughout multiple facets of her life, then it's safe to assume that's an elite woman. If you have one of those around you and you're looking for a girlfriend or a potential wife, jump on it ASAP because there's not that many elite women in this generation today. I'm Alex and I'm out. Peace.